military. They took words from videos spoken by other people, clearly not me, but would not show the video to the jury. They took the quote, put it on an overhead projector and said, this is what Caldwell said. Isn't he awful? The DOJ threatened witnesses. You've heard the term unindicted co-conspirator. Let me tell you what that means. An unindicted co-conspirator is someone who will come to testify and exonerate you, except that the DOJ has threatened them with incarceration should they do so. Self-preservation is a very strong instinct. I can't say that I blame them, given what we had seen from the DOJ and the FBI up to that point. All of these unindicted co-conspirators had given sworn statements on video before FBI agents and DOJ lawyers. But the judge would not let that be seen by the jury, nor would he let the transcripts be given to the jury, nor an excerpt from the transcript. In fact, we were not permitted to even mention at trial that such a thing existed, and that those people were out there and unwilling to testify. The FBI agents routinely perjured themselves on the witness stand. Pretty bold statement. The thing is, one, I was there. Two, it's a matter of public record. Anyone can go on the appropriate website and, for a fee, download the transcripts of the trial. There are a bunch, as you can imagine, over a 10-week trial. But they did it over and over again, and our plucky attorney, Dave Fisher, boy, he went after him. In one particular case, he pressed this guy so hard and said, Mr. Caldwell didn't do that, did he? The same thing that you testified to yesterday. He didn't do that, did he? And he said, no. What? I didn't hear you. No. No, did you say no? That's right, no. And then the FBI agent said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Is that supposed to make Sharon and me feel better? That's the same as pushing us off a bridge, rushing up and giving us a Band-Aid. It doesn't help. It just doesn't help. We're going to do something a little bit different tonight, just for you. We haven't done this before in public, but we're going to show you something from the trial. And for that, I'm going to ask Sharon to relieve me here at the podium.
Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm going to show a very short video that Tom and I took, or actually I took it on January 6th. I mentioned that we were up on the balcony, lower west inaugural balcony, for about 5 minutes taking pictures and videos. This one is very short. It's about 1 minute and 20 seconds. And I just wanted to kind of capture what was going on when we were up there. So it's going to be a little noisy, but I'd like you to hear Tom and I speak. You'll hear two people talking, one's Tom, one's me. And also some of the language is a little bit spicy, so I hope that we won't offend anybody here. But I'd like you to listen and pay attention to what we're saying and see if you can hear what Tom says at the very end of the video. So go ahead, Tom.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
USA! USA!
Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know if you could hear all the audio there. Most of you laughed. And that very first time this video was shown in the courtroom, it was shown by the prosecution. And I think that they showed to the judge and jury, of course. And I think, they were expecting outrage. How could we, be so awful? We're such terrible, terrible people. But you know what? They showed this and everybody, including the jury, laughed. Which kind of, so their intent, they tried to use it against us. I think it actually helped us because it sort of backfired on them. Because Tom and I, we both testified. Other people, did testify for us, and people could see. I think people could gradually see this was just a husband and wife kind of goofing around. So it didn't really have a prosecution all that much, but it's one of their dirty tricks, one of their antics. The other thing that they did, you may not have been able to hear it at the end, but Tom was the one at the very end said, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I said, okay, where's my flag? Because we just gathered up and we left. We were literally up there about that long, and then we went down. And when they showed it to the jury the first time, they cut out that last part where Tom said, let's go, let's go, let's go. So of course, when we got up there to do the cross-examination, when I testified, we could show the whole thing because we wanted to show the jury that Tom was the one who said, hey, let's go, that's enough. But it's just little things like that they do to try to obfuscate and not really show the whole truth. So this is one example of trial antics, and I think Tom has one more.
I seldom speak of the cases of other people caught in the J6 web, primarily because it's not my place to do so, and I don't have all the facts. We lived through our situation. We do have all the facts. But one thing was painfully clear, and I can state this without fear of contradiction whatsoever. There were 4 oath keepers in that trial, and me. Not one jot of actual evidence of guilt was produced in those 10 weeks. It was character assassination, innuendo, wild claims, unsupported. It is an awful travesty. One of the other things that was a major takeaway was the absolute disdain and hatred the lawyers and the judiciary had for the military and for veterans. It was pervasive. It was palpable. Because we had chosen to serve our country, they argued that we were dangerous, that we were attuned to killing, not protecting, which is the truth.